The next show we're going to be talking about is Princess Principal.
This was one I was also interested in watching, but again, unfortunately, Amazon has a stranglehold on these, so, you know.
Yeah, so this is another one on Anime Strike. From the trailer, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's basically girls who go to a fancy school by day, but then are assassin spies at night. This is kind of a steampunk anime where there's the technology in there is based on something similar to technology from the past, like using steam powered engines and stuff like that, but future, like in present day and slightly more future technology versions of it. So basically there's this agency that takes care of things that need to be taken care of in the shadows, and these girls do all the dirty work. The story's kind of complicated because there's these different agencies, and they double cross each other, so I don't know who's really a good guy or who's actually a bad guy. In the first episode, there was this one guy, his sister's sick. She has some kind of weird disease that's caused by there's something happening in the world. It's kind of like a little bit of a dystopia, but not like apocalypse level dystopia. And his sister is sick and she's in the hospital, and he needs money to pay for her treatment, but because he's a scientist, there's people who want them. They're like, if you help us create this like weapon or something for nefarious reasons, then we'll give you the money to help your sister. And they kind of blackmail him. What these girls in this agency do, they basically are gonna just sneak in, capture both of them, and then send them off to safety without they don't need him to like make something for them. They're just like doing what's right. And when they sneak into the hospital, it's super cool. It's like, one, because I'm not like 100% familiar with the characters, and like some of the nurses and everything look similar to them. So you would pop up in the hospital and like somebody would come in through the window and you're like, okay, that's one of our people. And then somebody would like take a bedpan and you're like, is she with us? And then like another person would come in and like talk to the girl and like, oh, okay, she's with us. And then like they would just disappear. And I'm like, what happened? Y'all are too good. I don't know what's going on. But that was really, really cool. And then they get into this high-speed chase when they're actually taking the brother, the scientist guy, to their hideout. Like, this one girl, she has this like anti-gravity ball, but then just like with Darker Than Black, there's like good things and bad things about it, where she uses it, but then it overheats, and like it's kind of like a little nuclear reactor or something like that. So it's like she can use it for like a certain amount of time, but then once she's done with it, she needs to like put it in this like cooling canister, and like she puts it in, it's like shh, and I'm like, oh. So the technology that they use in this anime is really cool, and like they have this kind of old style car, or it looks kind of like a hearse, but then it has like the wheels with that like long stylish hump over each wheel. And that thing travels at like 200 miles an hour. And it's like all the cars do. And they're in this like old school looking hearse, and they're like just like flying through the streets. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, are there any regular cars? Because if so, then I would be terrified to drive in the roads. So there's like really, really cool aspects about it. As far as the characters goes, there's one girl, the one in the top right with a bow in her hair. She just talked to somebody. She talked to the girl that's two below her. They were having a conversation. I can't remember what about, but just the way that she grinned and the way that they were talking, I was like, I like her. She hasn't done anything except for like talk to the girl and smile. And I'm like, yeah, she's my favorite. She's like I like that kind of grin that she had. And then the other girl, she's like cool, like an older sister, kind of cool. And then the one with the gun, she's like, she would be like that quiet, silver-haired, monotone character that doesn't really do much. But even though she doesn't talk a lot and she's kind of monotone, she's way more mysterious than the other characters are. These characters are mysterious because they don't say much and they kind of just have a blank stare. She's mysterious because she say what needs to be said. She's short, but then she lies all the time. So you don't know if what she's telling you is the truth. And then you don't know if it's the truth, how much of the truth it is, because she barely, like, she's short and like doesn't explain things. So she's interesting. Like I'm curious to learn her backstory. Like I think they said that somebody close to her died, like maybe her brother or something like that. And she has a goal that she's trying to accomplish by being in this organization, but we don't know it yet. So that's another layer of like mystery. And I don't know. And like she tries to, like, she makes like some kind of dry jokes, and they're funny if you know her, but if you don't, she kind of seems like a jerk. So it's really cool. Like I like the way that they've fleshed out the character so far. So I'm definitely gonna continue it because the action's awesome. The story, I think I'm on the right side, but I don't know for sure. And I don't know how the organization's structured, and I don't care to know right now because I'm with enough interesting characters to be like, oh, what are you doing now? Oh, what are y'all doing now? And like their skill level in executing their missions is like top notch. So I'm like, that's freaking awesome. Yeah.
Well, again, another one that sounds like it'd be right up my alley. I'd definitely enjoy that. And it has been a while since I've actually seen one that was a steampunk-esque type anime as well. So it's not something you see very often.
Basically taking two jumper cables, attaching it to his nipples and like cranking it up. Something to that effect. I can't remember. I watched this like a month ago, so I can't remember exactly. Of course they're going to get attacked. People who have danger following them every single day, going to a peaceful village is never ever